So, as someone who used to watch, I thought Saturday Night Live, I was reliving what Garrett Morris was talking about Saturday Night Live, and he said when he got there, there was a lot of racist jokes, and there have been a lot of things that have been said about that show. It's hard to believe it's 50 years now. That's amazing. I remember the sketch with Richard Pryor and Chevy Chase, and there's things that they had on that would never fly today. But they let some David Spade talk that mess about Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy called him out on it. They were slow and progressed with bringing more black people on because over the longest time you get a token before you get more. They had some interesting racial skits they had when Eddie Murphy portrayed being white. I remember that one back in '83. That one was a classic. But they were very slow. Now you see Keenan and Michael Chow and some of the others get on now, but it wasn't always like that. Garrett Morris was really like a Jackie Robinson, Larry Doby figure for SNL because they weren't the most progressive. But it's compelling when you see it and what has evolved. But has it really evolved? I don't think so. I look at them 50 years and they still look institutionalized, systematic. I still don't, you know, still think 50 years of racism with SNL. I really didn't understand. I was so glad when Live in Color and even Mad TV had their chances because I don't really think they were that progressive. But I thought that, they've gotten a little bit better, just a tad bit. Nowhere near as progressive as successful they've been. But a lot of stuff that they allowed. And when people don't change, they tend to kind of stay in the same boat, same volume, same mindset. So it got me wondering about it. But listened to what his stories recently. And SNL is going on 50 years. It'll be interesting if they decide to come back. You know, will they bring it back? Because it'll be the 50th year. I can't imagine that it would be on. They've pretty much covered so many things, but I was definitely turned off by them, if I'm honest. I mean, I stopped watching that network a long time ago. I've talked about a few things here and there, but periodically. But this was a topic that when Garrett Morris was talking about it, Eddie Murphy had talked about it. And I'm sure the other African Americans that were on that network, especially prior to their latest, we've discovered that there were more black folks than token ones here and there in the last 15 years. Because a lot of the history, 25, 30 years going into that show, one at a time. Very slow to be progressive, very slow to reflect. And I can't waste my time with Wax Show. That's why I was so glad to Live in Color and, like some of the other shows came along and they weren't afraid to be diverse. That's when you have privilege. People don't like to hear you say that because these shows are seen as institutions and they're holy grails and all that, but they need to be called out on their racist butt ways if they aren't doing what they're supposed to do and they're compromising when they can actually be more progressive. But I thought I would talk about it because it needs to be. And I'm not talking about just black people performing the shows. I'm talking about where they have a hand in writing and creating. This is what we talk about, this systematic, institutionalized racism when you're not a contributing factor for character writing and when you're not a contributor factor for the cameramanship, directing, you know, got to make it more reflective. And we know how they did as far as putting people on the show, but behind the scenes, it was. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shit if you like. Hit that membership because when you do request videos like this, come to life. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay real, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.